plans to assess the damage and get people back into homes and businesses.
And also reopen some of those roads out there as well. 9 on your side's Tom McKee is live right now with some of the key ways all of this will happen. Tom?
Well, the first one is that the city has declared an emergency, so it's going to pool its resources to get all the material together they can to get people back in their homes, back in their businesses as quickly as possible. And as you can see, take a look down Kellogg Avenue here near Congress Street. There is a lot of work to do. Well, also at the Riverside Antiques, a lot of those people in that building here, especially on this side, face an uphill battle as well.
Kevin Morris couldn't believe his eyes Wednesday, making his way through the business he calls Cincy Salvage.
Crazy. The power of the water and Mother Nature is just nothing you can reckon with.
It's located inside Riverside Antiques on Kellogg Avenue in the East End. Water is still being pumped out of the building occupied by dozens of small merchants. It got 3 feet high in Morris's area. Mantles were knocked over, dressers toppled like dominoes. Old wood beams crushed a wagon.
We've lost items big ticket items that we sell. So we'll lose that on selling that stuff. The cleanup's going to take a while.
Riverside Antiques is one of 1,000 buildings inspectors will visit this week to assess damage. City leaders Wednesday declared an emergency, but that doesn't mean there's an imminent threat to citizens.
The emergency is being declared because we want to be as nimble as possible as we bring the city back to normal.
General cleanup does not require permits, but general improvements to buildings do. So the temporary permit center will open Friday at the LeBlond Recreation Center in the East End.
They can just come straight to LeBlond and we will work with them to get them moving as quickly as possible.
Another big job is getting the mud and debris off city streets. Public Works crews are all over the city, here on Mering Way downtown and on Kellogg Avenue in the East End. They vow everything will be back to normal well before the Reds opening day. Everyone's glad the river level is falling, but they also know there's a lot of work on the road to recovery.
It's been a crazy year for the East End. I mean, we've got hills coming down and the river coming up. I mean, I'm glad the city didn't kick us out of the city.
Now, of course, that didn't happen and is not going to happen, but this is an all-hands-on-deck event. The city has opened the Regional Operations Center in South Fairmont to coordinate all the different programs that are going to get this flood cleanup done. And it's going to be a big job that's going to take several weeks to finish. Tom McKee, 9 on your side, live in the East End.
What a